Okay, so the first application we're going to be looking at is Finder, probably one of the most important applications in Snow Leopard. You can't quit it, it's always running in the background, it's that important. Let's go ahead and take a look. When I hit Finder, I'm going to pop up a Finder window. When I first open up an application I'm not familiar with, or I'm not really sure how to use it, I like to go to its preferences and see what it's all about. And we can do that by going to the Toolbar, Finder, Preferences, and see what we have. Under General, I see that I'm allowed to uncheck certain items on my desktop. So if I uncheck hard disk, you'll watch my Macintosh HD will disappear. I can have external disks disappear, CDs, connected servers. But personally, I like to have all of those checked just to know exactly what's connected to my machine at all times. Labels, probably a very important aspect of Finder. It's just another element of organization. And organization is key. It's what Finder is all about. And if you're just starting out with your Mac, or you just got it and you're just starting to use it, I would suggest using labels because they're so important with organization. You can title these labels yoga, whatever you would like. They correspond with a certain color, and then you can go into a certain folder or document, command click, label, and you can title it, say this is for my speech class, and then it will change the color of that to the label that you've titled it, so you can easily access it. Okay, the next thing here in the sidebar is the same thing with the desktop. We can, this is the sidebar, we can take out certain things like the hard disks, my iDisk or NQ track, but again I like to have everything checked just to know what I'm dealing with, know what I'm working with. Advanced, we're not going to go and tweak with those settings just yet. So when we first look at the Finder, we can see that it's composed into three different parts. We have what's known as the sidebar, we have the content of the Finder searching, and finally we have the toolbar. Toolbar is very important, and we can go to View, customize the toolbar to make it suit our needs. Now we can drag and drop something like a new folder. Say we're constantly adding new folders because we just got the computer, we're having new subdivisions on folders. That might be something helpful to have in the toolbar. We can also have paths up here, which is nice if you want to know the location of a certain document. And this is how you would customize your toolbar. Okay, so now to the sidebar. The sidebar is pretty much for easy access. If you have an external hard drive or you have your iDisk, you can easily see where it is and what's going on in that folder, hard drive. In Places, we see that we have your home, documents, application, desktop. Just for organizations, you can easily access your documents folder. But, you know, say that you access a certain folder more than others, like AP School, you can simply click, drag it up to the toolbar again, look for that plus symbol, release, and it'll be right there. So no matter where you are, you can just click on that folder again, and it'll take you to the contents of AP School, as you can see in the top of the toolbar. It says that. The next thing we want to deal with is the different types of views that we have in Finder. This is known as the icon view. We see different icons. When we click on it, it brings us to a new icon that we can see, and we can see our files. Now, we can adjust these files by looking at this little slider we have right here at the bottom. We can adjust it to make the files larger or smaller. When they're too large, it gets to be pretty inefficient, and I say this is just about right. Maybe like this. Now, something that's interesting you can do with Finder is that if you see these two are Cold War Seminar and APUS Cold War Unit Test, maybe I'm not really sure what they are, I can click on it and then hit the space bar to do a quick look. It'll pop up so I can easily glance at what this file is, and I can read it without launching the application directly. I can do that with any kind of document. This document from Word, spacebar, hit it, I can scroll through, because Finder literally takes a snapshot of that file and it puts it right in the right there for you. We can also go back to Documents. If you want to look at a video, we could go through Capture Scratch on the wedding. We have this here. We can hit spacebar, and we can actually get a preview. Spacebar to put it back again. And the next one is List, and that consists of collapsing folders, which expand, and then you can decollapse it so it goes back to normal. The column view, probably my favorite, simply because it gives you a branch so you can see where things are coming from. I can go to AP School, English 12, I can go to a document, and it'll give me right here little information, a brief synopsis of that document, the metadata, the size of it, the name of it, and I can trace back to see how I got there. I know I'm in Documents, AP School, AP English 12, Frankenstein, and there's my document. And again, I can press the space bar to read it even more, scroll down, space bar to put it back. Now the next part to Finder is probably the most important aspect of Finder, and that is searching. Right here in the top right, let me just increase my window of the bottom right hand corner, right there. Increase it so I have a larger Finder field. And it's like a miniature spotlight built into Finder, and I can go ahead and type, say, round, and it'll search this Mac contents, and I can change it from searching the entire Mac to just the folder Nicholas Kutrikon. I can change it from searching contents to an actual file name, and that brings it down a little bit. But you see, it's still even a lot of files, and I might want to specify my search even more. For that, I can click on the plus button. I can change the criteria so the kind is a movie. And that brings it down to 6 items. Now what I can do is say that's not enough for me. I can add one more criteria. I can say the name of it is round 3, and that'll bring it down to only 5. And now the cool thing about this is I can save it, as you see right here. This option that says save. Save it. If add to sidebar is checked, I can change this to round 3. And as you'll see in my sidebar when I press save, replace it, it'll go down to right here. And that will dynamically sync, so when I have it add a new file or a new folder that's called round 3 and it's a movie, it'll automatically go into this bin right here.